Hiranyakashipu asked Brahma for a boon. He said, "Give me a boon that I should not die during the day or the night, neither in the sky nor on the ground, neither inside nor outside the house, neither by a living or non-living entity, neither by a man or an animal." Brahma was listening patiently. "Is there anything else, Hiranyakashipu?" "Oh yes, I should not be killed by any of your creations." Brahma said, "So be it. I have granted you this boon." Brahma was relieved for a bit, as there is someone who does not come under the purview of his creation. That is Lord Vishnu, because Lord Vishnu as Padmanabha gave rise to Brahma. Hiranyakashipu, having been granted this boon, went on to wreak havoc. He started proclaiming himself as the most supreme one. Eventually, Kayadhu, the wife of Hiranyakashipu, became pregnant. One day, Indra kidnapped Kayadhu and was taking her away. On the way, Narada saw this and asked Indra, "Why are you kidnapping Kayadhu?" Indra replied, "She is carrying the child of Hiranyakashipu. No doubt this child will wreak havoc just like the father." Narada replied, "Just because Hiranyakashipu is a tyrant doesn't mean his child will be a tyrant too." Narada then took Kayadhu to his ashram and started giving a discourse, such as the one that you are listening to right now. Kayadhu ended up falling asleep midway through the discourse. Probably it was a post-lunch session. But the fetus inside her womb was receptive to the discourse of Narada. In due course of time, the child of Kayadhu was born with Nama Sankirtanam. This child was Prahlada. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. One day, Prahlada was called upon by his father Hiranyakashipu and was asked, "My child, tell me what you know." The child replied, "The Lord Hari is the one who controls all the beings in this world, including you and me. Shasta Vishnu Raseshasya." In Sri Vishnu Sahasranama, the third Nama is Vashatkaraha. Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaraha. Vashatkara, as per the commentary given by Sri Parashara Bhatta, that is Bhagavad Guna Darpana, means the one who controls from within, the charming inner controller. Hiranyakashipu was furious when the entire world was proclaiming him to be the supreme being. His son Prahlada did not do so. Prahlada considered Hari to be the supreme one and not Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu called on the sons of Shukracharya, Chanda and Amarka, and he said, "Teach Prahlada." "What should we teach him, sir?" "Teach him the Hiranyakashipu Sahasranamavali. Hiranyaya Namaha, Ditisutaya Namaha, Mrigavadhav Priyaya Namaha, Loka Dukkha Karanaya Namaha. Teach this to Prahlada." But Prahlada, much before the classes started in the morning, began teaching his classmates Narayana Nama Sankirtanam. ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ ಉತ್ಕೃಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿರಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾದರೂ ಮತಿಗೆಟ್ಟ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎಂದು ಶಿಷ್ಟರೂಪೇಳುವ ಅಷ್ಟಾಕ್ಷರ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರದ ನಾಮವ ನಾರಾಯಣ ನಿನ್ನ ನಾಮದ ಸ್ಮರಣೆಯ ಸಾರಾಮೃತವು ಎನ್ನ ನಾಲಿಗೆಗೆ ಬರಲಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ. Chanda and Amarka gave up. They went to Hiranyakashipu and said, "Sir, your son is incorrigible. He is teaching the remaining students what he knows, and it is going to be a Herculean task to correct all of them." Hiranyakashipu decided to take action against Prahlada. He ordered his guards to perform various tasks. They pushed him to tumble down from a hill, made ferocious elephants to trample over him, venomous snakes to bite him, and even tried to put him in fire. But Prahlada escaped unscathed from all of this through his bhakti towards the Lord. Hiranyakashipu could not stand this anymore. He asked Prahlada, "Where is this so-called Hari who is protecting you?" Prahlada answered, "Hari is everywhere. He is there in you and me. He is there in these pillars. He is there in each and every syllable that you utter." Our acharyas say that probably only when Prahlada claimed that the Lord is everywhere, the Lord in Vaikuntham himself realized that he is all-pervading. Hiranyakashipu pointed to one specific pillar and asked, "Is your Hari in this pillar?" Prahlada replied, "When I say that the Lord is everywhere, this pillar is included in that everywhere, right?" Hiranyakashipu had personally supervised the construction of that specific pillar, so he was sure nothing would have entered it. Hiranyakashipu decided to test the truth of his son's statements. "Are kvasau sakala jagadatma haririti prabhinte smastambham chalita karavalo ditisutaha." He took his mace and struck the pillar. स्तंभे घट्टयतो हिरण्यकशिपोः कर्णौ समाचूर्णयन् आघूर्न जगदण्डकुण्डकुहरो घोरस्तवा भूद्रवः श्रुत्वायं किल दैत्यराजहृदये पूर्वं कदाप्यश्रुतं कम्पः कश्चन सम्पपात चलितोऽप्यम्भोजभूर्विष्टरात्. The pillar split into two, and from the pillar emerged a ferocious form, creating a sound that was never heard before, and which caused Brahma to slip and fall from his lotus seat. Srimad Bhagavatam says, "Mimam samanasya samutthitograto Nrisimha rupastadalam bhayanakam pratapta chamikara chandalochanam sphurat satakeshara jrumbhitananam karala damstram karavala chanchalam kshuranti jihvam bhrukuti mukholbanam stabdhordhvakaranam girikandaradbhuta vyattasyanasam hanubheda bhishanam bhukandam varanandam paravara dampadam porutampam dim 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 didimbam dahamapi दहमै झम्प झम्पैश्च झम्पैस् तुल्यास्तुल्यास्तुल्याः धुम धुम धुमकै कुङ्कुमाङ्कै कुमाङ्के एतत्ते पूर्णयुक्तं महरः करः पातु मां नारसिंहः शङ्खं चक्रं चचापं परशुमशमिषुं शूलपाशाङ्कुशास्त्रं बिभ्रन्तं वज्रखेटं हलमुसलगदाकुन्तमत्युग्रदंष्ट्रं ज्वालाकेशं त्रिनेत्रं ज्वलदलनविभं हारकेयूरभूषं वन्दे प्रत्येकरूपं परपदनिवसः पातु मां नारसिंहः नासाग्रं पीनगण्डं परबलमथनं बद्धकेयूरहारं रौद्रं दंष्ट्राकरालं अमितगुणगणं कोटिसूर्याग्निनेत्रं गाम्भीर्यं पिङ्गलाक्षं भ्रुकुटितविमुखं षोडशार्धार्धबाहुं वन्दे भीमाट्टहासं त्रिभुवनविजयः पातु मां नारसिंहः. This ferocious being was a human above the neck and a lion below the neck, called Nrisimha, that started chasing Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu had never heard such a growl before and started running for his life. Nrisimha caught hold of Hiranyakashipu, placed him on his lap, and ripped apart the intestines of Hiranyakashipu. It was neither during the day or the night, but at twilight. Neither in the sky nor on the ground, but on the lap of Nrisimha. Neither inside nor outside the house, but at the door threshold. Neither by a living or non-living entity, that is the nails, you can consider them living as it grows, and non-living by the fact that you don't feel pain while cutting them. Neither by a man or an animal, which is the man-lion form called Nrisimha. So the Lord worked around the terms and conditions of Brahma's boon. Namo Narasimha, Namo Bhakta Prahlada, Vidhatadule verugu chintuni, Ugra Rupamopasamimpuma, Trilokalaku priyambainani, Prasannakriti prasadimpuma, Namo Narasimha, Namo Bhakta Prahlada, Namo Narasimha, Namo Bhakta Prahlada. While Nrisimha was tearing Hiranyakashipu with fury and rage, he simultaneously looked at little Prahlada, and out of affection, compassion started to ooze out of his eyes. Anger and affection. Is it possible for these two to coexist together? Let us see in the next part.